Check, check.
See, I set it up because you took so damn long to get here. I already set it up.
Yeah, well, blame Dallas traffic. All the shitty stoplights. Just make sure you fucking vote or something. I don't know. Just... God, 2 hours. And the worst part is that Apple Maps, when I first opened it up, it said 45 minutes. So it didn't even prepare me for the traffic.
That's why, always use Waze when you're going down.
No,
always.
Today was officially the day. I'm converting today. I was so
I use
mad.
Both. I'll use Waze when I need to get somewhere fast and I know there might be traffic, so it'll kind of avoid the traffic for me. But Apple Maps is, I think, better. It's just easier. It updates faster. It's just intuitive. So I use that when I'm going somewhere when I don't need to go,
Like through cities?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God. Sorry it took me so long. I mean, that's the most
Did you do the
part.
trick, though? Did you do that one trick I told you about where you got to avoid that light?
Well, I didn't go that way. I mean,
good.
it took me... Man, I was on the road for so long. I should know it by now, but
2 hours? 2 hours? What'd you do in the car for 2 hours?
I just listened to music, thought of ideas.
That's why you got to get audiobooks, bro. That's when you got 2 hours
That
in the car.
today was the day, yeah. But I got plenty of music to listen to. But I thought of some good ideas, some things I want to cook up on this show in the future.
Right.
But I gotta leave it a surprise for the audience. But you'll like them. But how are you? What's going on with you? Enough about me. I had a great day. Other than that, it was an awesome day. I hung out with my baby niece, my sister in Dallas, did some shopping.
Just got off a date.
Me? Yeah. Yeah, it was interesting. Especially, because I can't drink. And I feel like most 21 and up, you're young and in your 20s. And most people want to go get a drink, a cocktail or something.
Just the easiest.
It always just helps conversations flow or whatever. But no, I took her for ice cream.
Nice.
It was good. It was a good date.
So you're coming off, you had a date, you had an off day, saw your niece.
Yeah, it was good. And then
now you're
right
on the
back
podcast.
Yeah,
you're just rolling today, huh?
It's gonna be a good day. Well, hey, even on my off days, you gotta do something. You still gotta keep LIVIN, man.
What are those shoes?
I have no idea. I've had these for years now, but I love them. What's
the letters on the side or on top? What brand of Nike is that?
I
no idea.
Nothing. They go with damn near everything. I love them. I love them.
I got these for my 2-year anniversary with the company.
Oh yeah, I remember. Congratulations.
Thanks. They got me some Jordan 1s.
Nice. Yeah, no, I'm not a big sneakerhead. If I like them, I'll wear them. But
I'm not
really
either.
Know much about
me
them.
too. I'm not either, but I'll wear them if I like them. I like cool shoes. I'm just not obsessed or super fascinated by it.
Yeah, I don't know the names. I don't know how to check for authenticity, anything like that.
I don't care. I just know that I feel cool when I wear them.
Yeah.
So I like to wear them.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, okay. So this week's is your picks. It's your pick. So what are we? This is an odd week. Kade doesn't really have his mind made up.
I don't think I have a movie picked out. No, we have a couple movies picked out. I think we should watch. Let's just watch the Cloned Tyrone.
Jamie Foxx.
It's a new movie on Netflix.
He survived.
We kind of planned on watching that one anyway, then we changed it, and then I guess we're going back to it.
Yeah. It should be a good one. It's popular.
I've heard it was good.
I mean, the fact that Jamie Foxx in real life almost passed away, and this is his first movie pretty much back in the spotlight, amongst... Or was he? Obviously, there's a lot of people on the internet saying he could be cloned. And listen, I'm a believer in that there's nothing absolute. So is it possible that Jamie Foxx was cloned? Anything is possible. I don't know. So, but we'll see. I don't even know what this movie's about.
Weren't you also trying to be a flat earther for a little bit?
I'm not saying that the earth is flat. I'm saying that it could be, because the absolute truth is I don't know anything. I haven't been out of the world. I haven't seen the globe. I just believe what other people have told me. Everything could just be a lie.
Okay.
Anything is possible.
Okay, fine. You're confirmed flat earther.
I'm skeptical. Damn, I see some merch over there.
That's why your ratings are so shit. You just believe in whack ideas.
I think it's the complete opposite. I'm skeptical.
Giving Gray some merch.
Oh, is this for me?
Yeah, these are all yours.
Beautiful.
And
I love it.
And this one.
Oh, I love it. Oh, man. Investing in ourselves. I invested in myself. Nice. I like it. I like what I've got.
All right, let's see. Who does this movie star? It stars Jamie Foxx.
Please tell me. I don't know.
The dude from Star Wars, the black dude from Star Wars, is the main star. What's his name?
He's Tyrone. I don't know his real name.
His name is Fontaine. That's John Boyega.
Okay.
Is the dude's name. Yeah, I don't know anybody else. Kiefer Sutherland is in it. Yeah, I don't know. It's just pretty much just Jamie Foxx and John Boyega.
Let me see. Maybe I'll know.
You don't. Or you might, but I would doubt it.
You say Bodega?
Bodega, what is it?
It's like Boyega.
That's what I said.
Kiefer Sutherland.
I just said that.
Oh. Okay, I mean.
Yeah, see?
Should be good, yeah.
It's kind of it's rated kind of low.
Oh, is it?
On IMDb, at least. It's a 6.7 on IMDb, but... Oh, wait.
Know?
Okay, hold on. Time out. This can't be real.
Oh.
On the Rotten Tomatoes, it says the critics is 94 and the audience is 100%. How's that possible?
I don't know.
Sci-fi thriller. Or just clever sci-fi.
You think my ratings are weird. Can't even keep up with these guys.
100, dude. This is a 10 out of 10, apparently.
I mean, you got to think this could just be like Jamie Foxx support. Sadly. Or not even sadly. I mean, I'm hoping it's a good movie. I'm usually a big fan of Jamie Foxx movies.
Oh, yeah.
Even that Collateral movie. That's good.
That Collateral movie?
That's good.
You're such a clown.
Hey, he's a great actor.
What movie? I don't think he's in a bad movie.
I feel like I've seen Jamie Foxx in so many different things that I can't even totally place him in.
Did you watch Day Shift on Netflix? It was him and...
the zombies?
The vampires.
The vampires, that's right. Yeah, I saw that.
That was a good movie.
Did I watch that with you, actually? I don't know.
I think I might have told you to watch it.
Yeah, I can't remember, but yeah, I saw it. It was, another fun movie. But yeah, they cloned Tyrone. That's what it's called?
Yep.
Should we go watch it?
Yep. Let's do it. And we're back. We just watched They Cloned Tyrone. What are your first thoughts on that?
It's always good to see an original movie, an original idea. It's refreshing.
Netflix seems to be the only people that are doing that right now. Netflix is the only, except for A24 obviously, but Netflix is producing a lot of movies that are just originals.
Yeah. This was a good movie.
It was funny.
It was funny, but like there were definitely like I thought it was just gonna be like a casual type of comedy kind of. Like I didn't really expect much, but there were a lot of layers to this movie. Yeah, I mean it caught me off guard.
So if you haven't seen the movie yet, it's about a neighborhood in Chicago.
I didn't even catch like where exactly the neighborhood was.
I'm not sure where the neighborhood is, but
it's just like a pretty much. It's just like they're in the ghetto, and there's like it's either the government or like some kind of corporation, and they're like experimenting on an entire neighborhood, and pretty much like exploiting like just all the bad things that are going on: prostitution, gangbanging, like robbery, drug deals, everything like that. And they're pretty much like trying to control it, or trying to see how well they can control it by putting things in the food, hair products, and they're pretty much conducting mind control on this whole community.
I think it is the government because they're trying to make a more peaceful world where everybody's kind of just
not even
obedient.
peaceful, but like they truly will just fall in line.
Yeah.
By like certain code words and all this kind of thing. So I mean, it's an interesting concept. But yeah, I mean, it got pretty dark at times.
I liked
really dark.
Yeah, I like how it's interesting they use food as one of their main sources of controlling people, which is kind of true to today. Of not that food controls us, but just how horrible our food is. Like how poisonous processed foods are for our bodies, but it's kind of mimicking that, how the food they're eating is just poisoning their minds.
Yeah, and I was thinking about it, like kind of watching this movie, because like as we were talking about earlier, like all the conspiracy theorists, like one being like flat Earth and stuff. Like there's just a lot of like theories that you don't want to write off as conspiracy theories because the government came up with the concept of conspiracy theories by just making it sound, any type of question that you have, it just can sound ludicrous. But with the food thing, I just had a buddy that was in the Dominican Republic for like 2 weeks. And the first thing he told me when he got back was that it's insane how fresh the food is there compared to America. And like you feel so much better. Yeah. And then you come back to America and you're like, damn, like I feel like shit after eating this.
Well, I told you so I've tried like eating the animal-based diet where it's just like meat and fruit and dairy.
Mm-hmm.
And whenever I would eat lunch at work before I was strict on that diet for about like a week or two. Like I was like me and Mercedes were regularly eating that diet. But before that, every time I would eat lunch at work, I would get like Jersey Mike's or, whatever, something quick. I would eat lunch and I would go get a coffee because I always felt tired after I ate. And I've always heard people talking about after you eat, you get tired. It just seems like a thing that happens. But whenever I ate just meat, I had like just straight up just steak, and I ate like a bag of fruit that I packed myself. I was going to get up to go get a coffee, but I was not tired. I was like, I don't need a coffee. I'm good. I feel energized. Like I feel good.
Which is weird. Like food, I don't think is supposed to make you feel tired unless you just eat too much of it. Like I get like a food coma or whatever, but food is energy.
Mm-hmm.
So like if I'm just trying to chow down on like a burger or something, in reality I'm supposed to just be like, all right, I'm good to go. I mean, that's why, like, I think I was telling you, I can't remember if it was on the podcast or not, but like this whole 75 hard challenge, like during the day, during lunch, for the most part, I just eat tuna. Because, like, it doesn't fill me up, but, like, it kind of gets rid of my hunger for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, I'm good. Like, I'm not feeling full. I'm not feeling sluggish or anything like that. So it's just, I don't know. So, I mean, that's definitely something that this movie's kind of touching on is, like, you need to be careful with the products that you consume. Whether it's food, hair products, the music that you listen to, all of that. I mean, somebody might be behind it with, kind of a darker purpose.
Yeah, I think they kind of explored too many avenues, sort of. Like, food was a big sort of like theme throughout. It was about what they would consume, what you would eat, but nothing really developed at the end. Like, there's no real big payoff about the food, or I don't know.
Just the mind. Well, it's pretty much enabling mind control.
I know, but they kind of like forgot about the food at the end, and it kind of turned into it being like, I guess it went too deep, and I don't know. I thought the food was going to be like the main part of the entire thing because they talk about it so much in the beginning.
No, it ends up being everything. Like they kind of tied in that food was like the first thing that they noticed. Then they noticed that it was like hair products that everybody was putting in. And then it was the music, and it's like all three of those combined pretty much. And then I think you can leave it up to interpretation, but for me, it's like, okay, anything that is just being sold to the masses is probably like serving some kind of agenda.
Yeah.
And so I think that's kind of like what the movie's getting at is like, you just need to really double check what you're consuming, at the end of the day.
It didn't touch on this, but it's kind of the idea of if they spend the amount of money that they spend on trying to mind control everybody in the like bad neighborhoods, if they just spent that money on making it better, it probably wouldn't be a bad neighborhood anymore.
Exactly.
So they didn't touch on that really in the movie, but that's definitely
at the same
point.
Time, you know, I think the movie is also sending out the message that government could just decide to like help out not just this specific demographic, this kind of specific community, but like the government like wants to control it.
Yeah,
I think that's kind of like a theme message. And my apologies, my stomach is growling like a motherfucker right now.
That's all right. But what I mean is like, so like the food was the main thing, but then at the end of the movie, it transformed into like a trying to turn all the black people white. And there's not really a reason why. It's just like, just because why? Because the government thinks white people are better, or like, that's just like a cheap stance to take, I think, in a movie to just quickly kind of wrap up the whole, you know, the whole conspiracy is just that they want to make black people white. And it's like, really?
Yeah.
That's kind of a weak. I feel like that's not a very creative stance.
That's just like a stance that they might just have, because I mean it's just a lot of white people in power, like in the government. I mean you definitely like they definitely contrasted like the white people were bad, the black people were the ones that were getting oppressed in the movie, but I really didn't. It didn't feel like it was a big, you know, F you to white people. It was just kind of like, that's the easiest way to know. It's definitely more of just a big fuck you to government.
Yeah, and that's just an easy way to identify that, okay, these are the bad people, these are the good people. It's in a black neighborhood, so like everybody that's black is going to be obviously the ones that we didn't know are not getting treated correctly. Yeah. And everybody that's white is the people that were working underground the whole entire thing. So like I feel like it wasn't a big like racial thing in the beginning. It was just kind of like easily identifiable, the sides. Yeah. But then it transformed into one. Like I wish they didn't really explain about making the black people turn white. It's just kind of like, oh yeah, that's what we want to do. Have blonde hair and blue eyes. Yeah. It's like, why? What is the point of that? Yeah. What good does that do at all?
Yeah. You'd think like after they just have full mind control over all these clones that they'd be good, but no. That's where they're just like exploiting, I guess, the racism that they would believe like white people, you know, have or might have. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how racist our politicians really are, like down deep. So I mean, like I kind of get like the exploitation. Like maybe they're just like, you know what? At the end of the day, they just think we're fucking ugly, and so they're just like, I bet if they had it their way, they'd make everybody in the world as white as them.
I guess. Well, Paul, I heard there's a guy's name is Dave Smith. He was on Rogan's podcast recently, and he was talking about. There's a clip of, I think it might be Hillary Clinton or somebody, and they bombed a place and like, I think like 300 or 3,000 kids died in this bombing. Mm-hmm. And somebody was interviewing her. I was a girl politician. I think maybe Hillary Clinton. I'm not sure, but they were asking her like, okay, so like, do you think that price, you know, like that was a big price to pay. Do you think that was worth it? She's like, yes, it was a very big price to pay. And, you know, it's a hard decision. It's a very hard decision, but yes, I think it's worth it. It's like, what? You're just comfortable just saying like, yeah, I know we have to kill 3,000 kids, but
and
you know,
who are you to make that decision?
Exactly.
Yeah. Like,
so that's like,
that's abuse of power. And I mean,
so like you say, like how racist are politicians? I mean, they may not be specifically outright racist, but they definitely don't think straight. At least some of the evil ones that are doing all the crazy stuff.
Exactly.
You know, but.
It's just, you know, and I got to bring it up. I mean, just the whole like Jamie Foxx conspiracy, like him being cloned and like all this because of like COVID, like, I don't know. I mean, it's just really freaky that like the timing of everything that happened with Jamie Foxx, him disappearing and then coming back. And then this is the first movie he's in, is about damn near what people like.
This movie's probably filmed before that though.
Oh, I mean, absolutely. But I mean, it's just like, that is a crazy coincidence, which I believe it's a coincidence.
Well, no, but the conspiracy about him being cloned happened after They Cloned Tyrone came out. Right?
No, They Cloned Tyrone, I think, came after like Jamie Foxx. Like,
yes. Yeah. Yes, when he was dying. But that conspiracy of him being cloned, that happened after They Cloned Tyrone came out. Like, that's recent news, right? Jamie Foxx being a clone.
No, he, I don't know. I think there were like reports from his family saying like, oh, like his family was saying he was like doing better and all this. And then pretty much like the whole world for like, I think a couple months or, you know, not the whole world, but like people on fucking Twitter, I guess.
Yeah.
I always have to remember, this isn't like the whole world. This is just like a Twitter community. They were all just like, okay, well, if he's doing so fine, why doesn't he post something of him telling everybody that he's good? I mean, like, he has a lot of fans. Like, he's a worldwide superstar.
His family wants some clout.
And it's not even clout. It's just like, you know, people are like, oh, like, he's like kind of staying low key until like this is all figured out, until he has all the answers, which sounds reasonable to somebody like me. But then there's a lot of people, they're just like, all right, well, like, if he's doing so good, he could easily just post a video saying, hey guys, I'm good.
But also,
I don't know. I don't have all the answers. I don't know what happened.
But also, if you were like fighting life or death and you're on the hospital still, you don't care about like your fans. You just want to be with your family and you want to heal. And then people. No,
but there were reports of him like playing pickleball with his family. I remember that was a report that came out. And it was like, all right, could we see a picture of Jamie Foxx playing pickleball if he's doing so healthy? And then like just static. Nothing.
Maybe but you got to think about too. Maybe he wanted his life private. Maybe he was just after a life or death. I get
that. I totally get that. I'm telling you what like people were saying.
Okay.
Like I was not one of the Twitter like, yeah, Jamie Foxx, show your fucking face.
I got you.
That was not me. I was like, you know, I kind of understand. Like if he almost died, he's probably doing like some reflecting on his life, like that whole thing. Yeah. He doesn't give a damn about the rest of the world. He just wants to like hang out with his family. I get that. I'm just saying, in the line of events, you let people have enough time to like think that you've been cloned, and then your first movie is about cloning. I mean, they're just gonna have a feeding frenzy with those theories.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not saying I believe in it, but I am gonna say that anything is possible.
Anything is possible, and that
Jamie Foxx, it theoretically could be a clone, but at the same time, anybody could be a clone based off of this movie's ideas, because you don't know you're a clone.
But they only pick, so at the end of the movie that shows a neighborhood in LA, and it's the same main character, but he's a different guy. He's Tyrone. At the end of the movie, you find out his name is Tyrone.
Yeah. And he's in LA, yeah.
They find out that there's the same exact neighborhood in wherever the movie took place, and he sees himself. I lost my train of thought on that one.
Okay, so pretty much like Tyrone.
No, I wasn't explaining it. I was making a point about something.
I have no idea. I don't know.
Neighborhoods. Damn, totally lost my train of thought.
What the fuck just happened? I mean,
I don't know.
You were going. You were on a roll. I mean,
I started thinking too hard about the movie.
I was ready to go. I couldn't wait to hear what you had to say.
Damn, that's annoying because you literally, if you're listening, you probably know exactly what I'm talking about. You weren't listening to me, or you don't remember what I said?
I was listening. I thought I was about to finish your train of thought, but then you said you had a point to make. I thought you were just summing up like what happened.
I was, but I was going to make a point about it at the end.
I have no idea what point you were going to make. I mean, I can't come up with your own original thoughts.
You're right.
Damn, maybe you're a clone. Huh.
How would you know if you're a clone?
You wouldn't. Unless some shit like that happened to you at the end with Tyrone.
It's kind of weird how he got killed, and then he just like... In the beginning of the movie, he gets killed, right? And then he wakes up the next day alive still.
Yeah.
Did you think that was a dream? He just kind of went on with his day, and he's like...
What? No, he was a clone. He was cloned again.
I know that, but do you not remember that what happened?
No, he doesn't remember at all.
Oh, he only has the memories of when it stopped?
He just has No, he doesn't remember any of that. Like... Because they fuck with his memory in the lab to like kind of get him back on track. But you also have to remember, like, they're obviously not, they don't really care if the rest of the community knows that they're pretty much seeing a ghost, you know, because they're willing to like keep sending him back in and back in because, God, what's his name? It's Tyrone, but like the character that we know, like he has been doing this for years. Like he's an old man at the end of the movie when he's Fontaine.
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 Yeah.
Whenever he's like, I think he's like the third clone at this point, and he realizes that his original self is like an old man. So they've been running experiments on this community for like probably 50 years. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, it's nothing crazy to them. Like, they've probably gone through, probably like 20 different versions of this town, just experimenting on it.
Yeah, it's all the same people.
Yeah, that's why I don't think there's really like a specific place or state that the town is in. I think it's probably just like a totally isolated area. But then it's not, because then the news gets to LA.
Yeah, I think it's only in the, because remember they were talking about how there was, if we clean this they said if we clean this neighborhood up, there'll be a Starbucks here, and
they'll ruin everything.
7 days, and it'll ruin the whole thing.
Yeah,
because then they need to have it controlled. They need to have their own shops, their own brands, so they can have they have a hand in every single piece of the product.
Yeah, I would just like to say to anybody, whoever's listening to this, like, you absolutely have to watch this movie before you listen to this podcast, because otherwise you truly don't know what the hell is going on.
No, it's a movie this movie's like me and you have to talk about it to like.
Yeah. And this is a tough one, like, because, that's something with this movie. We've both never seen it. And sometimes we've seen movies or like Kade has seen a movie a few times and I haven't, or vice versa. This movie, there was a lot thrown at us. There were a lot of underlying messages, and like, we just straight up went from watching it to here. We didn't talk about anything. So like, we're kind of just, these are just initial thoughts after the movie.
It was pretty, I'm not gonna say like a deep movie, but it was a lot of
it was deep. I would say it was deep. Like, there were a lot of like levels to the plot that, again, I just wasn't expecting. I thought this was gonna be a light comedy.
I mean,
I didn't think I'd have to have my notepad out.
The first like 60% of it was funny. Like, a lot of witty dialogue. Jamie Foxx was funny. All the characters were playing off each other, making jokes here and there.
Shout out to the actress. What's her character's name?
I don't know.
Damn it. She's prostitute.
Slick Charles is Jamie Foxx.
Yeah.
Let's see.
But she was good in this movie. She was honestly my favorite.
Yeah, she was funny.
I mean, I guess that sounds kind of corny and phony since I don't know her character's name. Yo-Yo, she always comes back. Which maybe she always comes back because she can't leave that town because she's an experiment. Or is she the only like free...
She wasn't a clone.
She wasn't a clone, yeah.
Okay, right. So how does that work?
I don't know. I think they're able to like have sex and have like babies.
No, yes, but okay. Oh, I see.
Yeah. So like the clones can reproduce.
Damn, so she could be like literally,
she might be she could be the only new person in this community of clones. She's like the only...
Homeless guy wasn't a clone.
He was a clone.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah, he was, because in the LA scene, Tyrone pours the beer in his cup.
It wasn't the same guy, it was a different guy.
It was.
You sure?
Yeah, absolutely.
Are you sure? Because I looked at him, he didn't look the same.
It was him.
Let's look up Cloned Tyrone, LA homeless guy. Because I thought it was different, because that guy always knew what was going on. He could see, he's like, hey man, y'all are crazy. He's like, y'all don't see this. Because he knew everything. He was like, when he got cloned the time before, the last time he got cloned, he walked out.
He's also the only person that like stays out of everything. So he's probably like the original clone.
No, I just don't think he sees it all. He's not eating food. He's homeless, right? He's not eating at the restaurants. He's just sitting outside the gas station chilling. And he's like, because when he came out the last time, he told him, I like that new car smell or something like that. When he walked out of the gas station, he told me, new car smell.
He probably knows exactly what's going on, but he's just like, I'm not going to do anything about it.
Yes, I don't think he's a clone. He could be, I guess he could be a clone, but he sees what's going on. He sees all the crap.
Exactly. He's probably seen this town like be restarted like probably 20 times, but he didn't do anything, so he never had to get killed, which means he never had to get cloned again.
Yeah, well,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like in theory, this town has been experimented on, I think, probably like 50, 60 years. And so that old man, that old homeless guy, like he probably just stayed out of it, probably realized like what was going on and started noticing like, damn, I saw him get killed like 2 days ago. Like he's back. I saw her get kidnapped yesterday. She's back and acting like nothing happened. And then maybe somebody finally came up to them and they're like, all right, hey, it's been 30 years. You've seen like a person die and come back to life like 10 times, but like you've just been kind of keeping to yourself. So we'll just leave you out of it. Now the old man's just fucking with them.
Okay, here's a thought.
What you got?
If they are, you know how you said whenever they come back, they don't remember them getting killed?
Right.
How do they remember all the stuff that happened prior about the underground? They know, like every time they come back, he comes back twice and he remembers every single time.
No, he doesn't, because Jamie Foxx has to tie him down and then like tell him everything that's happened.
Why does he believe it?
I don't know, but he does. Well, the first clone, he believes it because the prostitute like tells him, and then he remembers seeing the Suburban like kidnap the girl.
No, but he doesn't, because he ties down
the third one.
The third one because the second one's alive.
Yes.
So he just ties him down because he's like, hey, you can't go anywhere.
That might have been what was going on.
Because I'm just saying, because the second time he comes back, he
didn't remember anything. He didn't even remember going to Sir Charles's apartment to pick up the money.
Well, he just knew he hadn't done it that day. Because he saw the pizza box, he was kind of confused. And then he quickly realized that, oh shit, like I did already do this.
Yeah.
He remembers getting killed.
Yeah, but I don't know if he's collecting it every day from Sir Charles. I mean, maybe. But like, he goes to his house. He goes to his apartment. And then, not his house. He goes to his apartment and like doesn't realize at all anything that happened. Like he's just there to pick up the money. And then, yeah, Sir Charles convinces him with the prostitute. Then they go in the house. They go to the lab. Yeah.
Okay, I guess the clone never really did anything.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess you're right. They get cloned and then they do forget.
Damn. I feel bad because like I don't know. We're just both like tired right now. I mean, your eyes like completely bloodshot.
Well, that's because I itched lady. I rub my eye with lady.
Oh, nice. Yeah. So
it gets itchier.
Yeah. But no, like this is a really good movie, and it is not. Because what did Netflix say it was? Like clever
sci-fi?
That's
just what it was described as on IMDb or something like that.
Yeah, fuck that. This is like a very well thought out movie. Like the plot's really good. I didn't know like which way it was going to go. I didn't know if they were going to take like a comedic route or like I just didn't know which way they were going to take it. And then honestly, the ending of this movie was pretty freaky. It honestly reminded me of like a lighter Jordan Peele movie. Kind of reminded me of like Nope or Us.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I remember my point, what I was trying to make before that when I lost my train of thought. I was going to talk about how at the end they had the same exact guy in the new town in LA. So the town they were in, they had the same actor that played the same guy in LA, so the same person. So how do we know that the main guy's not a clone? Like, why did it start in Glen? It could have started in LA. Yeah. But also the word didn't work on him.
I think that's what it's getting at, is that like the experiment, because I think whoever's playing Jack Bauer, or the guy that's Jack Bauer,
yeah.
whatever his character's name is.
Sutherland, I don't know his
I
name.
think he does mention at one point that like they're expanding all of this. Like it's already like getting like around the country, and nobody has noticed.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's like kind of the ending.
Now a bunch of towns are going to be like, what that guy's me.
Yeah. It's just, again, I don't quite understand what they're going for there, because Tyrone's just in LA, notices that there's a clone on TV.
Maybe it's saying that you see all these towns, all these like bad neighborhoods, and you see that they're all the same in different cities, and that nobody's recognizing that there's these problems in all these cities.
That'd be a good message
it's a mirror,
to take away.
It's like a mirror. It's like the exact same town, but it's like
how the government like oppresses all these towns like kind of in the same way.
Yeah, even when we hear like, I guess maybe we hear the news and stuff, it's still the neighborhood that could learn from that lesson doesn't.
Yeah.
And nothing gets fixed. Nothing gets really resolved. It's kind of the same.
Could be. I
wonder if that's what they were saying. This is definitely a movie where they had a message. They had
There's definitely a message.
They got a lot of subtext they're trying to tell you.
Yeah.
I want to watch it again because I do think the one thing I didn't like about it was just how they just kind of wrapped up in the end that it was just they're trying to make the black people white people.
Yeah.
That seemed like it was lazy, and I think they could have done something a lot deeper and cooler that would have fit the message of the food consumption and the products and all that kind of thing. I don't know. I thought maybe it would go in a different direction. I was hoping it wouldn't go the just straight up racial. I mean, obviously, there's got to be a little bit of racial.
Like I said, it's more
separation there, but
it's more them like going after like the government and like large corporations and like how the two like oppress them, but then they just happen to be majority white. It's like can't be mad at that just being the fact that it is.
Yeah, no, but I'm talking about whenever he showed him the progression of what they want to make the people. It just got Nazi at the end.
Maybe
it's just like. Yeah, I don't know. I wish there was. I think maybe I got to watch it again. Maybe there's a better tie-in to it that I missed. But it seemed like it was just like a.
I will say, now that I know, like how serious this movie was at times. Now that I just know that it's like a really good, like, I mean, I was just again, I'm impressed with the writing. The acting obviously is really good. That guy's not even the same person. He didn't even really look like the same person at times than when he was in Star Wars.
No.
Which is just nuts.
It's funny that he can play a normal American dude when he's not, he didn't grow up in those kind of neighborhoods. He didn't grow up like that. He's from like the UK.
Yeah.
So he's a Brit, but he's able to play this. Maybe he's from like the same area from LA, maybe, or not LA, the UK.
I don't know. No, I mean, I think he's just a really good actor.
Or just really good actor, and they got good writers.
Yeah. So what are you rating this movie?
I'm gonna give it. Do you have a rating in your head?
I'm thinking.
I thought it was funny. I liked the characters. It was enjoyable. I didn't really like the ending too much.
I like the ending. I like the ending a lot.
Which part of the ending?
Honestly, like Tyrone being in LA. And
I like that. I like that too. I'm talking about what I've been talking about. Just like quick flip to turning black people to white people.
Yeah.
I didn't like that part that much. It didn't seem like it really matched the vibe of the movie for the most part. I'll give it I'm in the 6s. It may go up or down if I watch it again, but I'll give it a 6.5.
7.3.
Wow, 7.3.
I love the originality. I loved like the plot twists that were in it. It was good to see Jamie Foxx back on screen.
Jamie Foxx is such a good actor, dude. He's always gives a badass performance.
Especially just seeing him in this movie. I'm like, damn, like that's Django. And like his voice doesn't even sound the same. Mannerisms, like everything. I'm just like, bro, this guy is fucking incredible. Like this is not the same person on the screen that I saw him in the last movie or the movie before or anything.
Yeah, Jamie's
and it's just so wild to me that he like he's just not even the same person. Like in every role that he takes. So I mean, that.
And he had a good character too. He had a fun character.
I love, like the dialogue, like everything was just flowing together. You could tell they were having fun with this movie. You could tell everybody was like buying into like just the direction this movie was going in. You can just tell that like on screen. Like this is good. Everything flowed naturally. Like the plot twists, like the trickery, all of it. Like 7.3. I think it's pretty good. I'm definitely going to watch it again. Like, probably sometime soon.
Yeah.
Mainly because, like, I was just really fucking tired watching it.
Yeah, you got to watch it again. Like, because you can easily watch it again with the guys.
You'll be able, and you're definitely going to be able to pick up on a lot of things that you probably missed.
Definitely. Yeah.
This is one of those movies.
Yeah, because there's a lot of... There's, like I said, there's that message behind it. So if you pick that up and try to look for it the whole time, you'll see all the clues they leave, or maybe they tie it in a little bit better.
Yeah,
which I'm sure they do, because it's really is hard to pick up on all those things the first time, because in the beginning you're still trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
So you don't really know the theme till like halfway through, maybe like towards the end. You're like, okay. Then you're trying to remember what tied back in and whatnot.
Yeah.
But I give it a 6.5. I thought it was just okay.
Okay.
But I will tell you, I did like, there's a lot of cool shots in it. They had some really cool cinematography.
One of my favorite ones was at the beginning with when like he had just left Jamie Foxx's apartment. He was in his car and he was about to back out, and car stops and traps him. And just that whole, it's all just one shot. And pretty much like from the passenger seat, and he's just like mad. Then he's like really like he realizes like, oh shit, like this is a hit. And then he like gets his gun. He just slams the door, but like, and then just that was a good fucking shot.
That was a good scene.
Like I was into that. I was like, oh shit, like I'm pretty sure this guy's dead, but that would make sense if he were to die right now.
There was a cool shot that I liked whenever they were coming in the second time to the underground, whatever, I guess, neighborhood? Laboratory. It's essentially a neighborhood, though. It's like a giant, I guess not neighborhood, but like a giant building. It's like
it's under community. The entire town.
It's like a laboratory community.
Yeah.
But when they first get down there and they got their guns ready, and it's that top shot of them coming out of the elevator, and you just see his gun jam out of the elevator first, and then the camera lowers as they like walk out. Mm-hmm. I've never seen that before. I thought that was a cool shot.
Yeah.
Right with the ding, the gun shoots out from the elevator, and they all walk out together. I thought that was a cool shot.
Yeah.
The cool vintagey vibe of like the film grain looked like it was shot on like an old school film.
I love that. Yeah. I love that Jamie Foxx's pimp character is just the absolute stereotype of a pimp.
Yeah.
All the way to the golden guns.
Like Charles.
Yeah. Like, I think he's got like the golden car, kind of. Like you see like a little golden tint on it. He's got the fur coat.
That could be by design from the corporation. They're just designing these stereotypical people to be in these neighborhoods. Like they implant these just stereotypes in these neighborhoods. Maybe that's what that was.
Yeah. Hey, good pickup.
Because he is so much of a
He is pimp. The stereotypical pimp.
The way he talks, the way he walks around, like you were just talking about, his outfits, everything.
Yeah.
So if the corporation behind that was in control of it, then they were definitely the ones that designed everybody to have a stereotypical essence.
Yeah. But this clone fell in love with Yo-Yo.
He did?
Yeah, they're talking about like moving to Memphis, like after, like at the end of the movie.
Oh, I think they're just doing that to find something new.
Yeah, well, then they're pretty much like the Scooby-Doo family, and they're just like, let's go like solve more crimes, like solve more mysteries. They're like, I'm sure they got shit going on in Memphis.
Dude, think about, okay, if, I've heard this a couple of times, if the Jeffrey Epstein Island's real. Okay, this isn't that far off. I know. So if that's not, that seems like it's completely unbelievable. But so does having a sex island where you just like bring people to, do horrible things to young underage girls. So if that's real, like that, you can't put that behind them.
Boom. That's what I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Not that they're cloning people. I'm not sure if they could be, but
They could be.
But
anything is possible.
Corruption, all that stuff is just wild. I enjoy going down conspiracy rabbit holes and just imagining if this was real.
Or thinking, what if it, it's not even imagining. I mean, who knows how many, conspiracy theories, you're telling me, not one of them is real? You're telling me the government just kind of has all this shit under control and they don't lie to us? I don't know about that. I mean, I bet, I'm not going to say a lot of conspiracy theories are true. I'm not even going to say half of them are. But there's got to be a few of them that they're not conspiracy theories. They're true. But which ones those are, that's the tough one. That's the rabbit hole.
I mean, the one about the CIA killing JFK, that was a big conspiracy theory. And now you hear Tucker Carlson is on Fox News saying that the CIA killed Kennedy. And then these documents are coming out about it. And so you're like, okay, well, that was real.
Yeah. Now they're trying to distract us with aliens.
Yeah.
If the government's trying to tell us that they think that aliens are here or they have signs, that means they're really trying to hide some real shit going on.
Yeah, it's a big distraction.
It's just a huge distraction.
Usually when something like that happens in the news, I've seen this a couple times just from Instagram, but it's every time something in the news catches fire, there's some bill they're pushing out.
Yes.
There's always some shit they're signing that they don't tell anybody about. There's always it was during the submarine they passed some, I couldn't tell you what the bill was. I don't really follow politics like that, but I did hear somebody talk about it. So
I think
there's my reliability.
I think I heard a little.
Source. But yeah, it was some deal they were, I don't remember what it was. I thought I got a glimpse of something, but I don't. I would just start making things up, and I'm just not
we
do
do
that.
not want to do that.
Yeah, so there's that. There's definitely some conspiracy theories out there that are. I mean, you see the corruption right now with. There's politicians, try to run for office and then they just get shut out. There's a chick named what's her name? Tulsi Gabbard, who's a Hawaiian senator. She tried to run for president. She was a Democrat. She was but anti-war, but she was a vet in the military. Very rational person, a great person that would be the best probably first lady to ever be a president. They just kicked her out. Just shit on her. Just Hillary Clinton's calling her a Russian asset. It's this. She served for our country. What are you talking about?
And we literally you are one of the sketchiest politicians on the planet right now.
Yes. Another conspiracy, her kill list. What do they call it?
She has so many friends and associates that have killed themselves
or died.
Who actually has that many friends that have just killed themselves?
Well, it's a lot of suicides.
I think it's in the 200s.
Yeah, but it's just deaths. People that know them that have just died weirdly. It's been a car crash.
There's a good amount of suicides.
Good amount of suicides, though, yeah.
That's just, it's, yeah. Russian asset. Dude, we are on to you. We are suspicious of you. We got to be careful. Otherwise, one of us is going to kill ourselves, just out of nowhere. Hopefully this doesn't get back to her. But hopefully it does, because if it gets to Hillary Clinton, that means it got to a lot of other people first.
I remember seeing Andrew Tate TikToks whenever he was getting arrested or whatever, and he was I will never, ever, ever kill myself. He said, I promise you, I will never kill myself, because he believed he was getting attacked by, overarching forces.
So if they say I killed myself, oh my God, just know they killed me.
I think Elon Musk tweeted that too when he took over Twitter and started bringing people back and doing all of disrupting all the stuff they did with Twitter, unveiling the FBI documents that the FBI made Twitter censor certain things.
Mm-hmm.
He started to bring that out. And he tweeted that he would never kill himself.
I need to tweet that I will never kill myself.
Just in cheer.
Well. Just, guys, just remember.
It wasn't,
yeah.
You seen that Indian guy running for president? Vivek Ramaswamy.
What about him?
He said that what he would want to do is abolish the FBI. Like he would just like get rid of it.
Wow.
Just delete it. So imagine, I think Kennedy was trying to get rid of the CIA, which is why he got killed. So imagine if he maybe if Donald Trump wins or whoever, and Donald Trump makes him his vice president because that guy's running as a Republican.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I've heard some people speculate, that they think if Donald Trump wins the Republican thing, they would just have Vivek be his vice president. And so what if, and then let's say they win, and then let's say that they do that, and then what if he dies? Then it's like
totally the FBI killing him.
We know.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I think everybody's kind of seeing the corruption. It's just kind of pretty apparent.
Yeah. Yeah. It always has been, but now we have Twitter.
Shout out Twitter.
And smartphones.
X,
yeah. Shout out X. But, you have any more thoughts on A Cloned Tyrone?
Nope. It was a cool movie. I definitely recommend it. I want to watch it again because I do want to see what...
It's a great watch.
Yeah, I want to watch it again. Yeah. Because it could be better or worse the second time. Hopefully better, but it could be worse.
Remains to be seen. I hope that I pick up on more genius when I go into this movie. Because
hold on. Let's see who directed it. I don't know who directed it.
Direct and wrote it.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
It was Jewel Taylor. Nice. Yeah. It's got, I mean, I'm not sure if it's 100% movie on Rotten Tomatoes, but.
Well, like I said, you just got to appreciate an original screenplay.
Nowadays, for sure.
Nowadays, like, we're just not getting many of them, so.
And we're not I think we're not going to get many of them for a while with that. I've heard, like, with the writer's strike, it's supposed to just delay things because they stopped writing.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
And they got to get back into it and start to write new things.
We'll see where the future takes us.
You know where it's taking us?
Where is it taking us?
To Crown Cinema Land.
Get in while you can, everybody. Get some merch.
Yes, get some merch.
I'm rocking some merch right now.
Here, show them the back. If you're watching on video, here's the back of this shirt. It's pretty awesome.
You see it?
Not yet. There we go. Nice. There's a shirt. Buy you some merch. We got cool hats, cool shirts. Merch is coming out. Get you some. Actually, if you use the code CROWNFAN, you get 20% off.
Whoa.
So if you
CROWNFAN.
Yep. CRWN FAN, 20% off. I set that up the other day.
Man. Get it while you can. CROWNFAN.
All right. You got anything else?
I think we're out.
I think it's time to go to bed.
Yeah, I'm passing the fuck out. And we're out.